Hey, great to have you here. So today I want to talk about 5 underrated metalcore songs from the year 2011. Originally, I was just planning to discuss 5 underrated metalcore songs in general, and then I noticed 4 of the 5 picks I had were from 2011, so I decided, hey, let's just make this a year-specific list. Let me know down in the comments below if you like this video format, and I can do other years in metalcore as well. I do want to call out here that underrated doesn't mean unknown. My intention here is that these songs should be more popular than they are. So if you're into the genre, you're probably going to know most of these, but you may point out some of these here and there, like, hey, I know that song, it's not underrated, but my definition of underrated is not unknown, it's, hey, this song should be more popular. So just for awareness there, in case down below in the comments you're like, hey, this song is not underrated, I know this song really well. So let's start off with number 5, and that's Blinded by Dream on Dreamer. I believe this band went their separate ways a few years ago, but recently came back together. I don't know their discography super well, but Blinded was on their debut album back in 2011, and it's one I've gone back to numerous times. I really love the bass pedal and guitar play to open up this track. The vocals here in the song are mostly screaming and has a bit of a rough or edgy tone to the song. As far as the subject matter here, the song talks about being trapped or controlled in a situation that you can't escape from, like dealing with a toxic relationship. There's a quote in there that says, I was too blind to see, too scared to leave. My absolute favorite part and line of the song is towards the end of it, where you have him say, with my head held high, I walked miles for nothing, but still remembered everything is worth something. Overall, it's just a really great track, and I hope we get more from these guys in the future. Next up at number 4, we have Pattern Interrupt by Erra. When putting this list together, I was either going to go with this song or Hybrid Earth by them. Here's another song that was off their debut album in 2011, and here's where I started to realize, hey, there's a trend here with 2011. The band has blown up quite a bit since then, and they even have a different screamer now. The song really jumps straight into the action without much of an introduction. It has an incredible blend of screams with a melodic chorus. The vocals for the chorus are just amazing. Insane guitar play here as well. We also get some crabcore in the music video, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later with another band on this list. There's some great imagery here with the lyrics. The meaning is a bit more complex to decipher compared to some of these other songs. And I know they use pretty deep lyrics overall and deep mythology within their lyrics. I'm not going to attempt to define it much beyond them mentioning a daughter frequently here. Let me know down in the comments what your interpretation of the song is. Next up at number 3, we have So Long and Thanks for All the Fish by Everyone Dies in Utah. I debated picking a few different songs from this band, but I don't feel like this one gets talked about at all. It's another 2011 release from their album Seeing Clearly, which was full of bangers across the board. And this is the band I was talking about that made crabcore somewhat of a staple of their brand, in my opinion. They also have somewhat of an electronic vibe to them, almost club music sounding mixed in with metal. I previously had thought these guys broke up, but it looks like they're together right now from what I saw. The song title here is clearly a nod to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is pretty much a comedic goodbye, thanks for the good times. A lot of their songs have pretty crazy names. One that I almost picked was Bed Bath & Beyonce, for example. The meaning behind the song seems to be about being true to yourself and being who you are with the people you love and not letting others bring you down or take you away from any of that. Near the end of the song gets you really hyped with a catchy verse that uses somewhat of a cliche, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger line, but does it extremely well in my opinion. I definitely recommend checking these guys out, specifically that Seeing Clearly album. Next up we have Edge of the Earth by Volumes. This song was off their debut album titled Via. I remember way back then going to see these guys at a festival with a couple friends. It was one of those all-day shows, and I showed up a little bit late. I showed up right as these guys were setting up, and I remember driving by my car, and when I walked in, they were already done playing. My friends were like, they only played a couple songs, and they never even played this one, which was super surprising, because this was their big hit, in my opinion. No idea really why that set list was so short for them, but it was a bummer they didn't get to hear this one. I love the deeper sounds that Volumes has with their drum and guitar play, primarily from the bass pedal. This song has amazing screams with excellent clean vocals in the chorus. It's so well done, it's a chorus you can easily sing along to. We get some complexity to the lyrics here, but not much of an impactful meaning to me. I've seen some people say they think this is about aliens. Some people thought it was about a broken relationship. All I do know is, at the very least, it's about being intoxicated and just zoning out in your car. So not the strongest purpose behind the lyrics for me personally, which is why, despite the amazing sound, it only comes in at number 2. And at the top spot, we have A War Inside by We Came as Romans. The songs from the album Understanding What We've Grown to Be. Those first couple albums by We Came as Romans were just incredible. Originally, I did have Edge of the Earth at the top of the list until I realized these were 2011 songs and chose to add this one in there. We Came as Romans was just special to me. It's super traumatic what happened to Kyle. Similar to Chester with Linkin Park, it sucks we lost such a great talent, and more importantly, such a great person. That live show that I mentioned Volumes was at, We Came as Romans was actually co-headlining that tour with Attack Attack. They were great. I know some people back in the day gave Kyle some grief for his live performance, but I thought they killed it. The various sounds they use in their songs is so amazing. Combining things like a piano with a double bass pedal is so fun. In my first music-related video here on the channel, I talked about being a big fan of including unconventional metalcore instruments and songs, and we definitely get that here with the piano usage. The lyrics for this one are a little bit easier to decipher. They actually, back in the day when they released this album, they put out videos that define the meaning behind each of their songs. This one specifically talks about the ongoing struggle of being who you want to be when the wrong way can be so much easier. You really just need to keep showing up and doing your best. The line in the song that I really enjoy is, "Though I've lost my way more times than I've wished, my heart is constant and willing." Pretty much all We Came as Romans songs and lyrics are just great stuff to return to when you need that reminder that you matter and to be proud of yourself. So that wraps up my list. What do you think of the songs I selected? Are there any others from 2011 that you want to shout out? I'm sure there's plenty of others that could be discussed, so let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to talk to you again soon.